I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sara.
And this is Bookmark'd.
You know those ASMR videos of the keyboards with the cool keys?
I want one so bad.
Those do something to my brain. Like, my brother got one, a really cool one like that, and he let me click on it, and I literally could have sat there all day making noises.
You know what? I think I would write a book if I had that type of laptop. Like, I think I would get it done.
Jessa Hastings, I think she gets a new one every time she starts a new book. It's like her process of like whatever it is, but she'll post it and she'll post the sound.
Keyboard.
It just sounds so good.
Jessa, let's get that Daisy Hates keyboard going, eh?
Let's all chip in and send her one for the next Daisy book. We need to send her one.
Let's get that going. I
think I saw that she was answering questions on her story. I think she's writing a standalone book about, it's like based in the U.S. and I think the main character is Australian or something like that. She didn't really give much away.
You and Sarah were talking about this.
Me and Rachel.
You and Rachel. I'm thinking of Sarah.
Me talking to myself.
You were talking to yourself one day. You and Sarah were talking. No, you and Rachel were talking about it.
Yeah. So
I feel like I would read that one. I don't ever see myself reading Never, just because not to be like, oh, no, I didn't really see positive things, because, like, I have my own opinion. So, like, I can read something and maybe enjoy what other people didn't. But it's because I didn't find it interesting in the first place. Like, that story has never, like, I've never really liked Peter Pan and, like, all of that stuff. So, I think it's more of, like, a conflict of interest with that one. But I think I would read her do, like, a regular romance standalone, because her writing is so poetic, and I do like the way that she does relationships in her books. So
I don't think I'll continue the Never series, but I really can't wait to read another book and see if I like it, or if it's just going to be Magnolia Parks for life.
But isn't that crazy? Because how Dishonestly Yours by Kristen Becker Ritchie came out, which, have you read that yet?
No, not yet. I keep forgetting about it.
No, me either. I have it on my TBR for September because I really want to read it, because I'm very interested to see. I want to see what I think outside of the Addicted series. And I feel like that's where it's comparable to me, where with that book coming out, whenever that book comes out that Jessa Hastings is writing, it's like, that's what it feels like to me. It's like, okay, what is it outside of the Magnolia Park series? Like, does it hold up, or is it literally just this world of characters that they were able to create that I'm really attached to, and like nothing else really hits?
They've never written another book other than the Addicted world, right? Other than Dishonestly Yours?
No, they have the Like Us series, which is still part of the Addicted world, but they have other books.
But it's all still in the Addicted world, no?
No, they have another series. That's like completely, let me look it up. It's like, I've just never had any interest. It's older though. And that's another, like, I was like, I don't really love to go, like, I recently saw this and it reminded me, because I was watching Carrie Can Read's reading vlog of her reading Abby Jimenez's like most recent 3 books, Part of Your World, Yours Truly, Just for the Summer. And she was talking about this, and I was like, I feel the same way. It's just that I actually happened to read all of Abby Jimenez's older books and then went to her newer books. Like, I didn't really whatever. But like, if you pick up an author and say they've been writing for like a few years now, and like their newest, like recent 2 or 3 books are really good, everybody loves them, like, do you really want to go backwards in the writing? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like we're running the risk of not liking the other ones as much, because obviously like your first book can be great, or you can even get better as the writing goes on. Yeah. And I agree with that, of like, even in this case of like, I don't know if I want to go back to like their old series and read like their old series when they probably have more talent writing now.
Yeah, but definitely improvement as you keep writing so many books. But I think it's fun seeing how they started, or like how their writing changed after knowing how they write now, or like how an author writes present. Like, I reading Elsie's Gold Rush Ranch, like you could see throughout all of her books how her writing has changed or improved, and she's just written so many cowboy romances or small town romances and tropes.
Also, Kristen and Becker Ritchie have quite a few books.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have quite a few. But speaking of Elsie Silver, also, do you have a dope? Because I was about to take a sip of mine. We have my cherry slush Alani New.
I made a matcha this morning in my mug.
So cute. Love that. But Wild Eyes comes out first week of September. In the bookish world news, we have new releases, which are Daydream, Wild Eyes. I'm trying to think of September.
I feel like I don't know any new releases that are coming out other than those two.
Well, I know, I thought it was end of September, but
nothing like, what is
that's what I was about to say. I thought it was end of September, but somebody told me it was actually October 1st that comes out.
I feel like the date keeps changing on that one.
Why? No, that's what I'm saying, because I feel like I just looked at a Goodreads list literally a few days ago of like new releases, because I like to keep up with new releases. We all like to. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it comes out at the end of September. And then I said that in my fall TBR, and somebody was like, no, it doesn't come out until
I don't
October.
even know which one's the real date now. You also talk
whenever
about
it comes out.
Intermezzo, is that how you say it? The Sally Rooney book?
Sally Rooney book, yeah. I'm actually very surprised with myself that I am going to pick that up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
I actually had such a strong opinion when I read Beautiful World, Where Are You? I was so excited. And here's the thing. I had read Conversations with Friends my senior year of high school, and I remember like enjoying it. Like I was like, ooh, like I really liked it, right? I mean, Sally Rooney is a talented author. Like that's not obviously whatever. But I didn't like Normal People. I read Normal People and didn't like it, right? So we were like 1 for 2. Mm-hmm. And then she released Beautiful World, Where Are You? And I remember running to the bookstore that day, like begging like somebody to take me to Barnes & Noble, and was like spending my money on getting the new release. And I hated it. Like I hated it. And then obviously this year I went back and reread Normal People, gave it a 4 stars. I literally even just said it may be higher than that, because the amount of times I think about Normal People, I'm like, girl, like you're thinking, but it may just be whatever. Anyway,
I think because when you get older and you read books that you read when you were 17, it's different.
Well, and I feel like with Sally Rooney, in Normal People, you find them as teenagers and then they get older. But I feel like they're always a little bit older. Like she writes them older, obviously, like they're full-fledged adults. So I also feel like reading it as a 17-year-old, you're not going to understand. Like you can think that you have this mature way of thinking, and this is in my case, like I'm speaking to myself, but take this how you want. You can think like, oh no, I understand these mature things, but it's like until you get older and start actually living through scenarios, or like seeing people live through these scenarios like close to you, like you don't. You don't.
I would reread that one. I think I gave it like 3 stars the first time I read it too.
What, Normal People?
Yeah.
Is that the only one that you've ever read? Have you read anything else from her?
I never read anything else. I didn't like love it, so I never wanted to like read her. Like writing style is very different.
I didn't think I would like that. I didn't like Beautiful World, Where Are You? But it makes me want to reread it, because I'm like, you also read that as like an 18-year-old, like who, you know, obviously the way that you think and stuff changes and blah 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 blah. You get older, you grow, you mature. We all understand this, I hope. But Conversations with Friends, I remember like, I think I rated it like a 3 star, but like I liked it. But even like looking, like I remember a lot about the book. Hello. Oh my gosh. Is it annoying that I always say that, guys? Flexing my memory muscle. But I do remember a lot about the book. But like even remembering the plot, I'm like, but it's not a book that I think I would pick up and rate any higher if I reread that one, just because of the plot and stuff I don't love. But all of this long-winded way to say, I was very surprised that I have been searching that book out and seeing when it was coming out, because I want to read it. It's like about 2 brothers. I think their dad recently passed away, and it's like they play chess. Yeah. It's something along the lines of that.
I read the summary of it. I don't really know if I'll read it. I'm going to wait for you to read it. But since you recently read a Sally Rooney book, you're probably more inclined to like it.
I'm also like, I don't know if it was just because I really related to Connell. Like I got a Connell edit yesterday on my phone. From the Normal People show, and I literally was like, I was gonna repost it, but I was like, I feel naked reposting this. I can't. Like,
did you watch the show?
No. Never
Such
watched
a good
it.
show. I remember after I finished the book, it was like the way she wrote, it was hard for me to like kind of picture and like feel the emotions through the book. Also, I read it like years ago, but watching the show, they took like direct quotes, direct scenes, and they like brought that book to legit life. Like Daisy and Paul, you know, the lore.
I've heard that. I say I haven't watched the show because it was one of the shows where I had read the book, so I knew what happened. And then I remember when the show came out, everybody was like, "This is the closest I've ever seen to an adaptation sticking to the book." Like they're, like you said, they literally are pulling like direct quotes. I've heard that about conversations with friends as well. That one stuck pretty similar to the book, which I love. But it's just one of those things that I've seen the clips so many times. I feel like I've seen the show. Like, I've seen every single clip that, like, I've watched it for the first time already via TikTok. So I'm like, but I do want to watch. I literally, when I got that edit, I was like, I want to watch Normal People. But it's like one of those shows that you want to watch with somebody else. I feel like I want to like be annoying and tell somebody like, yeah, when I read the book, like blah blah blah.
Yeah, but if you haven't, I feel like if you watch the show, you can definitely feel that it's emotional. But if you haven't read the book, I feel like you won't understand the depth. I
know, which is so annoying because I hate when I'm sitting down with somebody like my family or anybody and I'm like, oh, let's watch this movie, because obviously nobody around me reads. So the way that I get them into my niche interest is if it has like a TV show or movie adaptation. And so I'll sit down and I'll be like, let's watch this. And then when they don't, I'm like, well, it's because you didn't read the book. It's because you didn't read the book. And that's why.
That was like with One Day. I tried to explain it to Chris how heartbreaking it was because I watched it right after finishing the book, and that's the same thing. They pulled direct quotes and direct scenes. Like, they took exactly what was in the book and put it in the show, which was so nice. And I tried to explain it, like explaining it to anyone that hasn't read it or understood it. They can't feel the way that ending tore me. Even if you haven't read the book, people were just watching the show still tore them up. I feel like the show was better.
Which, people do that a lot though. Like, since we're in the book space, I feel like we're like, oh, I can't imagine, like just watching it, like knowing that it's a book. But that's like every day. Like, I just read A Man Called Ove. My parents had already watched that movie like a year ago. Like, and I had told them, I was like, oh, that's a book. Mm-hmm. And they were like, that's awesome. I'm never reading that. I'm just going to watch the movie. And I actually watched that. Me and Isaac just watched that over the weekend because I just finished it and I really wanted to watch the movie. And I watched the Tom Hanks one, which I've heard that the other adaptation is way better. But Isaac was like, this is so sad. He was like, this is like so sad. And I was like, no, but the book is even worse.
Yes, like explaining a show adaptation, like when Chris and I watched, like, I think we wanted to watch like One of Us is Lying. Like, sometimes when there's an adaptation, I like to show him, and we watch like Good Girl's Guide to Murder we just watched, and sometimes he'll be like, I don't understand how this is words on paper. Like, how are you reading and having reactions like that to words on paper when it's like seeing it visually is so different? I'm like, it's an experience.
I guess because I also think when they make it into a TV show, that's also words on paper. These actors are acting out words on paper. Anytime you see a movie, TV show, anything, they are literally acting out a script, which is words on paper. So good at their job. Yeah. What did you think of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder?
I liked the show. I thought it was really good. Okay. I feel like there's probably some parts they took out, but again, I think we talked about she didn't have like full control, so I thought it was really good. They got the key points in there. I have two things. One, not really that related, but kind of related. The other one about new releases is I read Wild Eyes last week.
Did you keep this from me?
I didn't keep it from you, but I got it and I was so excited, and then I just started it and never talked about it. I talked about it in a vlog though, but it's not out yet. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know if you were going to get it or not.
I can't believe that you did not tell me that you got the arc of this book. I'm actually flabbergasted. That would have really lifted my spirits last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I should have. I didn't tell anyone. I just downloaded it right away. I got it while I was reading another book and editing a video. I like saw the notification pop up on my phone, and I immediately downloaded it, and I was like, just read it.
Well, what are your non-spoiler thoughts about the book? Let us know.
Should I have my rating? I mean, it's on Goodreads. I gave it a 4-star. I think I really liked West. Since it's all single father, he is an amazing father. She knows how to write that trope for sure. I think Skylar, our main character, is a country music star. She's like A-list celebrity, so that was fun. And usually when I like read about like artists and like their music in books, sometimes I don't like that. But I did like the way that Elsie did it. It wasn't like, sometimes I feel like it's like cringy a little bit, the way that they like write it in a book.
I'm not a big fan of like, you can tell me that you're a pop star. I don't really want to see the pop starness of it.
Yeah.
It's the same way that I don't like when you're reading a sports romance, I don't want to hear about the game. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's enough. I know that you're a football player or a hockey player.
No, but Elsie did that really good. And the kids are so cute. And then I think, though, I liked the romance of the first one. Mm-hmm. But I think I liked West more as like a male character.
Ooh, okay.
I liked stuff from both of them. I actually don't know why I didn't tell you. It's not like
me
a secret.
neither. Like you literally were like, I got the Why I Love arc. I already read it. I was like, oh.
No, I actually don't know why I did that. What was I gonna say? Oh, me and Chris started a show over the weekend and this week. And guess what show we started? Also didn't tell you this, which I probably should have.
Oh God, I feel like you're telling me this because it's a show is it a show that I like or a show that I've talked about?
Yes.
Oh God, now I'm scared because I don't know.
It's not.
Just go ahead and tell me.
Okay, House of the Dragon.
Oh my God, but I love House of the Dragon. I'm so obsessed with it. How far in did you get?
I don't know what episode we're on. We're a good amount in, maybe like 6 or 7. Not a good amount, but like.
Are they older yet?
Yeah, and we didn't
Isn't
know
Alicent
it. Like,
the worst?
Okay, we didn't know it time jumps randomly without telling us, and there's just different actors for the characters, and it took us a little bit to understand that. And we were like, where is Rhaenyra? Where did she go?
Where is Rhaenyra? Who is this random same blonde girl giving birth?
No, and who are these kids that are grown up? Like, it was hard for us to like connect who was who for a little bit, just because we had no idea. We also went into it completely blind, had no idea what it was even about. But yeah, why is Alicent kind of the worst? She's anything in the Death world you've been watching? Maybe any? I feel like we need to start talking about the rabbit holes you go down.
Oh man. Okay, so you would think that while I was sick, I would have taken that time to watch some new stuff that I needed to catch up on. But really, every time I'm sick, I always go to my comfort things. While I was sick, I watched the SpongeBob movie.
It's a good one.
Starting out with the banger. Are We Done Yet? I would watch that movie over and over and over again when I was a kid.
Is that the Are We There Yet sequel?
Yeah. Where they are building the house.
Are We There Yet? Of my favorite movies growing up.
Yes. Loved it. But Are We Done Yet was my favorite because the family was already established and it was showing like the family.
Is that
like
when the
they were
deer
a family.
runs into the house? Yeah, also so good.
It's literally, I don't know if the deer runs into the house. You may be thinking of Grown Ups 2 because it happens in Grown Ups 2, which I actually, funny enough, watched Grown Ups 1 and 2 in bed as well. Had a marathon.
A deer doesn't run into their house in the beginning of Are We Done Yet?
A raccoon.
Oh, maybe a raccoon. Yeah, maybe I'm mixing
But there
the
is
two.
like a deer thing that they deal with. Like they run from a deer in the movie.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
he
picturing
gets scared of
something
the
like
deer.
that. Okay.
But yeah, then I watched Grown Ups 1 and 2. And then, what else was I watching? I was watching a lot of YouTube. I started going back into my comfort creators because I don't know why. Also because like when you're sick, especially I literally was so sick, had really bad brain fog for like a week. I was like, I can't take on a new show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't, I'm not going to remember it. So I was watching like a bunch of comfort stuff. But last night I was having a rom-com marathon. I'm in a rom-com mood to watch them. I don't know if I'm in the mood to read them, but then again, I did pick up a rom-com last night. So whatever. But I don't know if it's a rom-com. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I'm only 20% in. But I watched When Harry Met Sally and You've Got Mail last night. Back to back. Meg Ryan. Bangers. Love those movies.
Maybe I should watch them this
They're
season.
both so fall in New York City. When Harry Met Sally, that's what is partly, that's like what Lynn Painter based Betting on You off of, is like the whole entire like, guys can't be friends with girls, whatever. It's such a unique, like When Harry Met Sally is such a unique, like it's uniquely shot. It's beautifully shot. Like it's literally fall in New York. It's amazing. But no, actually both You've Got Mail and When Harry Met Sally, they are structured in such a unique way that I feel like you don't see. Like, you know how when you're watching a rom-com, it's very, like, storytell board. Like, you're going along with it. Like, it's sequence after sequence after sequence. It kind of jumps around, and it's not really like, oh, this is the cause and this is the effect. It kind of just, like, jumps around to the story. But I really like it that way. I really love it. But
I would love to watch. I just never sit down and turn on my TV to put on a movie. A new movie. Not like the 5 I circle through.
No,
I need to do
it's
it.
hard for me to do that. The only time that I do that is if we're having movie night on the weekends, which we usually do, and I'll pick a new movie for us to watch. Well, no, it's usually not new to me. It's usually like new to everybody else, and I'm like, I think that this would change your life if you watched it. I've been trying to get everybody to watch Good Will Hunting. That's the one that I'm trying to get everybody to watch right now.
I don't think I know that one. I need to start doing a movie night weekend because now we're in a new show. We have to stick to it. We can't stop.
Yeah.
So once we finish this, even though there's a next season, we'll probably go into Game of Thrones. I feel like we have to do that. Are you going to do that? Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No, because the thing that keeps me off of Game of Thrones is just how violent they get towards women and on screen. That just really is off-putting to me, and I don't know if I can watch that. So that's the only reason I've never watched Game of Thrones. But I know everything about it. Know how it ends, know what happens, know the family line.
I do know how it ends. I don't remember how it ends. I only remember one part of how it ends, but I don't even know what the show is fully about other than like Over the Throne or whatever. It's basically
just about, isn't it just about how she's just trying to get to the Iron Throne?
Can't imagine how excited everyone was when House of the Dragon got announced. Like, I wish I was part of this little fandom.
The Game of Thrones,
so bad.
People were so excited. That's why I'm trying to remember, did House of Dragon come out in 2023 or 2022? Let me look that up because I'm trying to think about how long it is between seasons. And I just want to say that if House of Dragon can come out within 1 to 2 years of the last season, Stranger Things, what on God's green earth are you doing? It has been years, and it's not even going to come out until 2025. Like, what are you doing?
And the production value of House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones is crazy.
Crazy.
Like, insane. And I keep seeing people say, like, bring us Throne of Glass, but it's, like, so similar that it's, like, why bring that to the screen when it's, like, people love Game of Thrones and Throne of whatever, House of the Dragon so much. But still, every time I see a dragonfly or anything similar to when I read Throne of Glass and pictured it, I'm like, I need this on the screen.
I guess what makes me mad is like we got a Fourth Wing adaptation before we got like a Throne of Glass adaptation. I would just much rather prefer to see Throne of Glass on screen than Fourth Wing.
Yeah, I have no feelings towards Fourth Wing.
Throne of Glass is a fleshed out, fully done, for the most part. I mean, Sarah J. Maas has said, like, maybe I would come back and, like, write, but, like, the storyline is done. Like, if she wrote anything else, it would just almost kind of be, like, epilogue-y.
Yeah,
like,
by the time we get to that in the show, too, I mean, years down the line.
Yeah, but this is fully done. Like, Fourth Wing has 2 books. Nothing else in the series is even figured out yet. Like, it's not even like, oh, I have the series all planned out. It's like, or maybe she has it all planned out. I don't know. But I'm saying, like, Throne of Glass is full and, like, has the audience to back it. Similar to Game of Thrones.
We should just start self-directing and casting and doing Throne of Glass on our own. And maybe people will hop on.
Imagine we, with our budget, make Throne of Glass. I have to bleach my hair back.
I'll be her when she comes back. When she comes back and dyes her hair.
We just switch people in here.
Wait, why would that be so funny? Let's just
make like a Lysandra.
Let's just
with
play
my
a
brown
parody
hair
one.
now.
Yeah, I don't know who else I could play, but I'll try. I'll be a dragon or whatever they are.
Throw on a wig, and then you can be Manon.
Please let me be Manon. Please let me be her.
And then
can Chris be Dorian, please?
I know that we have decided that we're going into our Throne of Glass reread in September.
Oh, you're joining me?
Yeah. I'm trying.
Yes.
Are you filming a reading vlog? I'm going to film a reading vlog.
I was just going to enjoy my time. Truly. I don't even think
it's just, I have to yap about it. So I'm like, might as well do a reread like how I started with ACOTAR, which, guys, I do have the footage of me rereading ACOTAR. If you guys want it, I will painfully edit stuff of a year ago me rereading ACOTAR.
I think the people are waiting for it.
Sometimes I get a few comments and they're like, where's the Akamov? I think I would literally have to put like Akamov and Akabor just into one video because I don't think I could sit and edit. I mean, it's hours of footage, guys. Like, it's I talk so much. But I wanted to film like something like that, but it'll just be one big video of the reread.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to reread Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass this
Do you
month.
want me to send you a little schedule? In our Discord, they made a schedule because we're all going to do a reread at the same time, and the graphic is beautiful. And they split up. It's like 2 books for the next few months, and then there's like dates and stuff. If you want to hold a schedule, maybe it'll help.
That could help, but also we know that I am somebody who will hyperfixate, and if I hyperfixate too much, I will literally just finish it in a week. So
Yeah.
I don't know what path that I'm going to go down, but I have made the decision that I'm not putting pressure on myself to reread Tower of Dawn. Like, if I feel like rereading it, then I might, but I honestly don't really see myself doing it. I will spark notes Tower of Dawn. Like, I don't want to reread it.
I think, well, this weekend and like this following week, I'm going to read Assassin's Blade and then Throne of Glass eventually. But I told myself for Tower of Dawn, I don't think I'm going to tandem. I think I want to enjoy them separately, but I think I'm going to listen to Tower of Dawn. Feels less painful.
I could see that too.
Like, you still get all the information because I feel like it helps. At least the end of Tower of Dawn helps, like the build up into Kingdom of Ash.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can sit and read about it.
Little spiders.
Yeah, like getting that part. I feel like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna listen to it.
That's the only useful information other than just getting a Kale redemption arc that is still, and it's at the end of the book. It's at the end. Like, it's so painful.
I know. Well,
but yeah.
The good thing is next time we see each other, we'll be reading. Well, if we're following the schedule, I know you're not going to follow it, but if you want to follow it, it would be Crown of Midnight and Heir of Fire.
You're a Crown of Midnight girly, and I'm an Heir of Fire girly.
Exactly. And I feel like since after finishing the series, I will enjoy Heir of Fire way more. Now, like, opening a Manon chapter, I actually close the book every single time. So now I'll be so excited.
Is that what we should be for Halloween? You go as... Wait.
Should we be?
And then should I get a blonde wig?
I'll be red hair Sally. You be Sally. Which part? Does she ever have darker hair other than red? I think it's just that one part.
No, she always has blonde hair.
Yeah.
I'll get a long blonde wig.
Unfortunately, you might have to wig again.
Or I could go as a Targaryen.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god, I wish we had the budget, Sarah. Sarah, I wish we had this budget.
Can someone fund this for us? And also, can you guys comment any good Halloween costume ideas? Because time is ticking, and we will send each other
up with one.
But we send each other costume ideas like pretty frequently. But like, I think you guys would have great ideas. I actually am considering dressing up as Manon right now. I'm not even kidding. I might get an ice blonde wig.
Should.
I might get long iron nails.
You should.
Okay.
And then you have to wear... Isn't she wear black lipstick?
That's kind of crazy, though. I don't know if I can do that. Or should I be
but
a lead?
It's a costume.
You could be Lorcan if you want. I'll buy you stilts.
And a muscle pad. Like, this man is literally like 7 feet tall and big. I'm 5 feet. 5 feet one on a good day if my posture's correct.
You could you could be a Braxos if you want.
I wish that we had this budget, Sarah, now that you're into House of Dragons.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my god.
When Zane did this, I wish.
Wait, is that him?
Yes, look.
Who dressed up as what's her name?
Taylor.
No way. I wish I was watching when they did that because that's iconic. He really does look like him.
He infamously said though that like that was like thousands of dollars to do.
Yeah.
So we don't have that budget.
No. One day we'll have a budget and go crazy for Halloween.
Unfortunately, the budget that we had last year is the budget that we have this year. So those are the wigs you're gonna be getting.
Those wigs were insane. If you guys have any good Halloween costumes that like make sense, because we had some that just like feel a little random but like could be really fun and cute, but I think that we should do something that's like maybe not book related but like on brand.
Remember me for absolutely no reason at all cosplaying as Katniss Everdeen last year? Is that just how I show up? Like, what?
I forgot you did that. No, but it was for a reason.
No, but it really wasn't, because it was November and I'm just in my backyard in fighting leathers making a message to the Capitol for, guess what? A reading vlog.
You're a creative genius, and also you're bringing back when you were little doing your Katniss Everdeen side braid, so there was a reason for it.
The way that I had muscle memory, my fingers just knew what they were doing when I did that braid too. Like, that braid took me 2 minutes, and I literally, it was like muscle memory. I was like, oh, I know, girl. We know. Yeah. We're back. We're so back.
The best is I only got to watch that part of the video because I never read the book, so I couldn't listen to you talk about them. So I only got to replay you being Katniss Everdeen.
Just that was in my backyard.
I wish I was there in person so bad.
And it was cold. And I was just wearing that costume that I got off of Amazon.
One thing about you is you're going to commit, so.
No, that's the thing about me. Unfortunately, if you put an idea in my brain, I unfortunately am going to commit to it to the utmost. Like, okay, to let you guys in on something. Last year, when this video is since deleted, but maybe I'll do this again. When I was going to read Harry Potter last year, there was an intro filmed somewhere of me in full Harry Potter cosplay.
Did you have a wand?
Yeah. Yep. Glasses, costume and all. And I took a Harry Potter quiz to put me in the house. That way I knew, like, going to the book, what house I was in. I have since forgotten all of that information. But
you're committed, and that's a beautiful thing, honestly.
No, it is. And, like, I feel like we should have known this from when we did the ceilings TikTok, and everybody was like, holy crap, why is Destiny sprinting? And I was like, we're here.
Exactly.
If there's one thing I'm going to do. Did you see, wow. Watch this 180. Watch this. Did you see that they're doing a Happy Gilmore too?
I don't even know. What's Happy Gilmore?
Oh, my God. The famous Adam Sandler movie, Happy Gilmore, which is what I famously called myself as I played golf, is that I literally felt like Happy Gilmore minus the skill set. But they're making a second one.
Yay.
And Travis Kelce is said to have a cameo in it.
Oh, no way. Anything Adam Sandler, which I'm assuming he's produces, is gold.
He produces all of his own movies. Billy Madison, I think is his production.
Extremely unironically love. What's the bat mitzvah one? The bat mitzvah one that he has with his whole family.
You're not invited to my bat mitzvah.
I'm sorry. It was so good.
I never watched it.
It's so funny. I think it's just because he has his whole family in it, which I think he puts them in like every movie, and like little cameos and stuff.
Well, he puts his wife in every movie. His wife, you can find his wife in every
his movie. Daughters were so funny.
You know, like his wife is the girl at the beginning of Just Go With It, the one that he does.
Yeah. That movie. I'm reading The Paradise Problem. Do you read it yet?
No, but I have it on my TBR for this month.
Oh my God.
You have to
start it. Yeah. Well, I'm not that far in. I got 100 pages in, but we said, I think when I don't remember when we were recommending something, but we said that people say it gives Just Go With It vibes. Totally gives it, because she's like using his money and dressing up.
It. No, I know. Literally. I got like 50 pages in, and she's literally the definition of just like cool.
She actually has made me laugh out loud so many times. It's embarrassing. I think she's one of the funniest characters ever. It's like
I know.
Rom-com to the T.
I can't wait to read it. I've heard that it's like Succession, which is that one show where the families are like lawyers or whatever.
She brings that up once because he's like explaining his family to her, and she's like, I've seen this before. And she brings up Succession. She's really funny. I love her. So
that's another. I want to get into some shows. You know, Yellowstone. My parents love Yellowstone. Majority my dad.
We tried. He loves
Yellowstone. I don't know if I could get into Yellowstone. Honestly,
I watched an episode and like nothing was happening, which I know you have to like continue watching, but I was like, I just don't think I could sit here and watch it personally.
The way that my dad explained it was that like they own this land, and that basically they're like, don't let these big suit people buy the land. Like, this is our land. Don't even give them an inch. I think is like a famous thing that they say throughout the show is like, don't give them an inch. So, and then I feel like Succession is the big suits. So
Have you ever watched Suits, like the actual lawyer show? Oh, that's Chris's favorite show. You should watch that.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it adds up.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Like you saying that, I was like, yeah.
Suits, Breaking Bad, and Peaky Blinders are like his favorite
that actually makes a lot of sense. That's actually also not Suits, but Breaking Bad and Peaky Blinders is also my brother's, like part of my brother's big three of shows that he loves.
I feel like the boys out there, big three, is Peaky Blinders, Suits, and Ozark. You ever hear about Ozark?
I've heard, that's the one with that one guy. Where like, I forget what he's in. Horrible Bosses? Nope. Maybe. I don't know. I love when comedy actors go into more dramatic roles. They're so good at it. And I think it's because how they have to like improv and different emotions that they have to bring to comedy. I think they're such good dramatic actors. Like if you've ever watched Bill Hader be in any of his dramatic shows, he's amazing at dramatic roles. Like amazing at them. I forget what he has an HBO show. Boys, they love. My brother loves The Boys.
The Boys?
Yeah, it's called The Boys.
I've never heard of that.
My brother begs me to watch that show all of the time. And it's about like superheroes, but it's like not in the way that you're thinking. I've seen clips of The Boys so many times that I feel like I have watched the show. But yeah, Breaking Bad, which I actually was like, I could get into. And then my brother was like, oh, I just finished it. This is years ago. And we all know my memory that I flex all the time. And I remember he was like, oh, I just finished Breaking Bad. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've like always wanted to watch it. And then he proceeds to tell me what happens in the series finale.
Oh,
told me the whole plot and told me what happened in the series finale. So now I've never watched Breaking Bad. But I love that edit that went around of the lawyer where it's like, I got him out of jail. You know the one that went around TikTok?
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's like it's honestly like such a good edit. Like I'm like, and even the audio.
I would watch this show though. I never watched it. I haven't watched a lot of things, but that one I want to watch one day.
Yeah, I want to watch Peaky Blinders too, but then again, I just don't like violence
I watched the first episode with Chris, and I was like, you can finish this on your own if you want. And you did.
Yeah, you're on your own with that one. My family loves that. My dad loves that show. They always are talking about it, and I hate feeling on the outside.
They're renewing it, or they're making a movie or something?
They're making a movie. And
which is so interesting.
Oh my God. My dad and brother were literally like, this is amazing news. Amazing news. I'm like,
did you see they're making a new Freaky Friday? Did you ever watch Freaky Friday?
I loved Freaky Friday growing up. And I do. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Hot topic. I love her. I love that woman. That woman can do no wrong in my eyes. Every time she's in something, I eat it up. Like how she's Jess's mom on New Girl. I love her surprise cameo.
That is literally, to you, my Meryl Streep is your Jamie Lee Curtis.
And that's why I love the Halloween franchises because of Jamie Lee Curtis. Like it's actually literally just single-handedly because of her.
Yeah. I think, wasn't she in Glee? Is that someone else?
If you're about to say that she is Sue Sylvester from Glee, Sarah, I'm going to reach through the screen.
Sue Sylvester. Okay, that's Sue Sylvester. Who am I looking at? Jamie Lee Curtis?
No, the character's name is Sue Sylvester.
Yep. Okay, so those are two different people.
That is two completely different people, and that woman herself is iconic. I forget her name at this very moment in time.
Oh, I can tell you. Her name is... Okay, just kidding. It doesn't tell me her name. Oh, Jane Lynch.
Yeah, Jane Lynch. Jane Lynch is an icon.
Tell me they don't look alike.
They don't.
Oh, okay.
Two completely different people.
The thing is, I know that they're separate people, but for some reason I got confused. Like, I knew that Jamie Lee Curtis was the one in Freaky Friday. Like, I pictured that. Anyway, I'm excited for the Freaky Friday.
I think it'll be good. I think
it's the original cast. I'm excited.
Like, I think it's going to be great. Chad Michael Murray is reprising his role as heartthrob of the movie.
Yep. I'm excited.
I was never a Chad Michael Murray girl. Can we talk about something for a second?
I was in the princess. What's that called? Not the princess. Cinderella.
The one with Selena Gomez?
No, the one with
Hilary Duff.
Oh my God. Iconic.
I did watch that one. I just never because he was on, is it One Tree Hill, the show that he was on? I never got into One Tree Hill. Did you ever watch Secret Life of American Teenager? You ever watch that show?
No.
You ever watch ABC Family growing up?
Probably.
Switched at Birth, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh my God, there was this one show. What was it called? I think he was on that. Okay, you probably know it. She grew up with her mom, but then she finds out that's not her real mom, and she finds her real family. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Switched at birth?
No. Wait, hold on. I don't think so. Hold on. No, not Switched at birth. Oh. And I think she finds out she has a sister. I'll figure it out after.
I mean, you're quite literally describing the plot.
Her name is Carter. Maybe that's not the plot.
The Fosters.
No. No, her name was Carter in the show, and maybe that's not the plot at all, but I'm pretty sure she was stolen like when she was younger, and the woman that took her raised her. I know what you're talking about. Like, but someone's probably screaming through the screen right now.
I can't come up with the name, but I know what you're talking about because I remember that coming out. Let me tell you guys, ABC Family, which is now I think called Freeform, they had the shows, okay? They had these shows that me and my mom would watch. Me and my mom would watch Switched at Birth. And they had Pretty Little Liars. That's where Pretty Little Liars aired.
I remember I used to come home from school when it was like Pretty Little Liars Day, and I would watch it in my mom's room because she got the channel, and I'd be like live tweeting with my friends.
Oh yeah, I wasn't live tweeting. I was definitely way too young to be watching the show, but I was in it. Like,
so good. There's nothing like that.
When I got older, they had Young and Hungry and Baby Daddy. Those shows I loved. Baby Daddy, unironic. Like, Baby Daddy, the mom in that show is Barbara Jean from Reba, and that was the reason that I watched it, was because she was in it, and I unironically love that show. Like, the brother is a hockey player, and then there's like the girl that they grew up with, and oh my, it's so good. Okay, y'all, get into Baby Daddy. It's actually so good. Like, unironic. Oh, it's so good.
I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
It's like the guy doesn't know that like a girl like had his baby, and then I think like she like drops the baby off or something. So then he's like thrown into fatherhood, right? And I think he works at a bar.
Like the character. Oh, I found the show, but I think I know who the main guy character is in that. Like I feel like I've seen the commercials.
Yeah, and his brother is like a hockey player, and then they have like the girl best friend that grew up like next door or whatever to them, and that she's always liked the main guy, and he's never like reciprocated feelings, but the brother has always liked the girl, and then it gets and they have a best friend in it, and then the girl who plays Barbara Jean as the mom is perfect in the show. Y'all, get on Baby Daddy. I actually might rewatch it.
TV was so good back then.
Oh, cable TV is not what it used to be. Let me tell you. You have bangers like Pretty Little Liars, Reba, Roseanne. What else? Yes, Dear. I watch Yes, Dear. Everybody Loves Raymond. Seinfeld. Friends. What else?
I think my mom's one of the only people that still watches cable. She does not know how to get onto Netflix. Well, she knows how to get onto it, but she will not go on Netflix or anything.
My parents use streaming services, but my dad loves cable. Like my dad, but then he like, if my dad is listening, my dad will be like, I think we should cancel cable. And I tell him like, you can get YouTube TV, and they have the channels on YouTube TV, and it's cheaper to pay for YouTube TV than to have a cable box at this point. And
that's what my mom recently did, because we convinced her. We were like, we as a family watch Netflix. You don't have to watch it, but we would like to. But you can still get your cable channels. But yeah, she's like she watches like Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire or something. I don't know what the three of them are. She watches, I forget what shows, but they like come on seasonally. Like she waits for the season to come for her shows to come back on. I'm like,
or like Grey's Anatomy still comes on like that.
She used to love Grey's Anatomy. She used to love the show called Revenge. Have you ever heard of that show?
Yeah.
Oh, she used to like. Oh my god, her favorite show is with Remington. What's his name? Blacklist. You ever heard of Blacklist?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we were not allowed to talk when that show was on.
That reminds me of like other cable shows that weren't like sitcom-y, which were like Dexter. Yeah. Which I've thought about getting into. Supernatural. The Vampire Diaries was one of those shows when it was airing.
Vampire Diaries. What a time.
Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in the day.
You never watched that one. The show that I was talking about before is literally called Finding Carter. So
yes, because you sang that, and then you sang the plot of like finding out that isn't it like she finds out that that's not her mom because she like got kidnapped when she was younger.
Yeah, like she thinks her mom is her mom.
She's trying to escape her mom.
Yeah, and she finds her like OG family.
Yeah.
And, like she's like, this is my mom though, and she's like, I remember watching that, not like fully through, but
I have a list, but maybe we can talk about this in our fall related episode.
Okay.
Wink, wink. I have a list of shows and movies that I want to watch that I've never watched this fall that I'm so excited and I really want to watch. And Buffy is one of them. Like the show.
Do you remember? Oh, I think I brought this up last fall time. Maybe I could save it too, but there's this one like Halloween-y movie.
Are you talking about? Go ahead.
I say it last year too. The kid.
Yes,
whose
I
parents
knew you were about to talk about that.
This is how you know I only watch like 3 things and just cycle them. His parents go to a party, leave him home, and a little vampire kid comes in and says, "Come with me," and they go flying around. And he's got spiky little blonde hair.
Every time you bring this up, I'm like, yeah, Sarah would. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so cute and adorable. I'm like, yeah, yep, that makes sense.
That was one of my favorite. That and Halloween Town, I would just like back and forth, like just keep watching.
See, I loved Halloween Town. I actually loved the ones when like she was older more than like the original ones, which I feel like is a hot take because I feel like as they go on, like you don't love them as much. I didn't like when they
switched the actors, so I didn't watch the older ones.
Well, I love Hocus Pocus. That one is like fall vibes to the max.
That one used to scare me when I was younger, though. I thought, oh, witches were going to get me.
You know what? For a Disney movie, I'm like, it got a little...
At least the beginning.
Yeah. Or even like what happened in the movie. I'm like, we're getting a little whatever, Disney. Like, but I feel like Disney back in the day, that was the thing. They weren't scared to go there. And now they are.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what's on Disney right now. I don't think I even know anything.
Oh, it's not the same, and it never will be.
No, my kids are growing up on OG Disney.
No, I think we have talked about this before, about how I saw the woman that said that she literally just, like, has VHS tapes from either her childhood or that she's found at, like, thrift shops, and that's what her kids watch. Like, they don't watch modern-day shows. Like, they watch... And, oh, my gosh, I was watching Heather... Shout out Heather if she listens to the pod. I was watching one of her vlogs, and it actually, she's talking about her current hyperfixation of, like, her DVD player and, like, thrifting DVDs. Like, that's what she's doing right now. And I was like, wait. And it actually brought me to tears. I was like, I need to, like, find and thrift, like, the OG DVDs I had of, like, Cars. But, like, the one from 2006. Like, I need to find the one from 2006 because of, like, the menu that pops up in the previews beforehand. Like, you know, like, the little, here we go. And then it goes into the little montage before. I need to find, and I literally am like, I want to have a DVD collection and a DVD player.
I think I have all mine from growing up somewhere in a box somewhere. Like, I don't think my mom ever got rid of them. We had so many.
I used to have all of mine because I got majority of my DVDs at the house before the one that my parents live in now. But then when we moved from that house to this house, I feel like I somehow... You know, stuff gets lost in a move and you're like, how? Yeah. But then again, my dad literally gets rid of everything. I think I've told the story before of how, like, I had such a big, like, book collection, right? Life as a reader, all of my kid books, like all of this stuff. When we were moving, I had them in crates. That's because I didn't have like bookshelves or anything, so I just kept them in like crates from 5 and Below. My room I had so many crates like stacked up in my room of books. And my dad, literally one day, I'm gone, he just takes all of them and drops them off at the library because he was like, we're gonna be moving soon, let's drop these off. And I was like, what?
I don't know where any of mine are. I'm assuming somewhere down there. They're either in a box somewhere or my mom also donated them because where are they?
See, and that's where I'm like, could I be a mom? Because I'm sentimental about everything. Like, I really want to get into junk journaling. This has been all over my For You page, and I'm literally like, I have already put it as a 2025 goal because for some reason I can't start it almost towards the end of the year. Because, like, realistically, we're almost in September. We only have a few months left. You know what? Like, we're 9 months into the year. Like, we only got a few left. So... I was like, I want to start it, and it's like where you take stuff, like say we went to New York and we went to coffee shops and we went here, like you would take like pieces of the bag, yeah, the little tickets, the little like coffee, like the thing that goes around the coffee, and you would make little spreads of your trip of that. I want to do that because I'm so sentimental and I keep everything.
Yeah, I saw someone that puts like stuff from different situations like that, and she like framed them and put them like in her room, and it's really cute.
Yeah, I want to do a junk journal because I feel like it's a way to keep the things, but it's in an organized way because it's in a journal and you can flip through it.
Yeah, it's cute. I keep little parking tickets when Chris and I go places. I have little random parking tickets.
Oh, see,
things like that.
I have boxes actually full of memorabilia. Every single date that me and Isaac have ever went on, like an actual like date, I have kept either like the movie ticket, or if we went like go-karting, I keep the wristbands. If we go to an amusement park, I keep the wristbands. Like I keep receipts. Like I literally keep everything. Yeah. Like, well, because when we first started dating, you didn't really do the like, you know how now you buy tickets online, like you buy tickets on your phone before you go to the movies. When we started dating for the first 2 years, like you still had to like go to the movie theater, get the ticket and print it out. So I have like every single one.
You should put them in a little scrapbook thing.
And do you want to know what's unhinged? Me at 14, I was like, this is for like, if we ever get married, I feel like I can make a centerpiece out of it. Aww. Or like something. Like literally, I was like thinking ahead like that. And I think it was just an excuse for me to be sentimental about it.
No, it's so cute. Now you can still do that.
Yeah,
you can still use them.
Now I can. So there is that. I want to get into junk journaling.
And I think that's fun, because then you can also show people and have it all in one place, so it's not like all in like one box or something.
I always think about too, like how I have like my photo albums, like where I put photos and stuff, and of like my Polaroids and my film camera photos. I'm always like, imagine like if you have a family one day, or even like me and Mila will sit down now and we'll like go through old photos and like photo albums and stuff. And I'm like, that's just like doing stuff like that now, like how my parents did, like my mom did photo albums. And that was one of my favorite things as a kid, was to flip through photo albums. Like I feel like even junk journals like that, like flipping through them, like if your kid was flipping through them and they like get to see memorabilia from like trips and everything. I feel like it's just a really nice thing to do.
That's why I'm excited to have my little photo album I've been doing every month, showing it to someone in the future and be like, this is what we looked like at 20, this is what we were doing over the summer, and these are the concerts I went to. It'd be so fun.
Like, having physical proof, because I know we live in a day and age of technology and people are like, you can just, but what if all the technology goes away?
Yeah, at least it's printed. That's like, I forgot our camera when we went to, or I forgot to use my camera when we were in the city, and I forgot it at the concerts I went to. I think I only brought it to the Tate one, but I'm gonna have to print out like my photos from my phone for that one, because I need to have them printed in there.
I really want to get the photo printer that prints out where it looks like Polaroids, but you can just like get like the regular photos. I feel like that's really cute too, to like get just like the regular photos and make them look
they
like
have
Polaroids.
Little individual printers too, which are cute. I need to like get one because I do it monthly. But
you need to invest in that.
I know,
because of how you print out all your photos.
I know. Camera. It's so easy to. Well, now it's easy because you can just do it online and like pick them up, but maybe I should get a little printer thing.
See, for me, I would be getting the printer because I'd be like, I don't want human interaction and picking up photos.
I think it was last time, I don't know if it was the time before that, I went and I printed my photos, and one of the guys that works at the CVS, he like went through them. He's like, is this your brother? He was like asking me questions. I was like, oh my God, please put them down.
I kind of feel like this is legal. I feel like you're not allowed to go through my stuff like that.
Put them in the envelope, please. And I got like a card for someone. He was like, I'm going to judge you for the card you're picking up or something like that. I was like, please don't do that. I don't know. He's being quirky. He was like, I don't like this. I
wear headphones everywhere.
But that's all I have. Oh, no. Do you know where my shirt is from?
I can't even, like, is it your Pitbull concert?
It's my Pitbull concert.
Yeah, I was like, do you want to tell everybody about your Pitbull concert experience?
I was going to wear my Pitbull shirt that, like, his face is on it. Mm-hmm. I was really excited about that one, but I felt like I had to do this one. I met a bestie there, and I told her I would wear it on the podcast, so.
Aww.
I am wearing it. It's actually really cute. The back of it
I ththought it was just like a graphic shirt.
It says, actually don't even know what it says, Pitbull, Mr. 305 Miami, and in the back it's like the big graphic. Oh.
Icon.
Actually, best time of my entire life. I told Chris he had like when Pitbull wasn't on the stage, like he went back for like a breather to like change his outfit or whatever, he had a DJ on the stage, and the music the DJ was playing was so good. I told Chris we have to hire him for our wedding. Like we have to track him down and hire him for our wedding. Like it was just so good. Like there was never not music playing. And like Chris said it best, like when Pitbull was on stage, he was like, Pitbull's at his own concert. Like Pitbull was having so much fun. It is actually like so contagious, and it was just like the most incredible time ever. And I was like, telling Chris, I was like, he was Mr. 305, he was Mr. Miami, but imagine going from that to Mr. Worldwide. Like, this man has the whole world. He's Mr. Worldwide. I just
Mr. Worldwide.
Literally, I had to love Pitbull. Also, the venue was so cool.
If you're going through a tough time, believe me, been there, done that. And that's a comforting thought.
No, the speeches that he would spit, like, so motivational. We're standing there like, yeah, speak your truth. Like, he was like, the only thing you have is time. The most valuable thing is like, I don't know what he was saying, but I have some on video and it was like so good.
When you go for a Pitbull concert and you leave crying because it's just so motivational.
No, literally. It was so good. Obviously, all the songs were just iconic. And the venue was so fun. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Forest Hills in Queens. It's like such an interesting stadium. Like, the stadium is only like the floor level and then the level above it. And then it's not like seats. It's like a long metal like bench. It's so interesting. And like, there's like, it's like turf outside of it where all like the food and stuff is, and there's like a tennis court next to it. It was so interesting. It was so fun. And then we were driving there, we were listening to the music. You know how like after Spotify is done with the playlist or whatever, it'll like go into like similar songs.
Yeah.
So like after all the Pitbull songs were played, it went into like Usher and like all those like old like songs I would listen to when I was growing up, and we were like reminiscing the whole time. And then I had this memory because Icona Pop started playing, you know, I got the feeling on that started playing, and I was like, holy crap, does anyone remember when they opened up for One Direction? How iconic is that? Literally Icona Pop, iconic.
I unfortunately do not remember that.
I need someone to remember that because that started playing and I was like, I've seen this live before. And I was like, I don't remember, because growing up in like 6th grade or little like bar bat mitzvahs and stuff, like that's the music that would play. And I was like, maybe I'm just thinking of that. But then I looked it up and I realized not only one year 5 Second Summer opened for them, but the next year Icona Pop. That is so cool. So yeah, I was reminiscing about that. It was really, really fun. Probably one of my favorite concerts ever. I didn't want it to end.
When you told me that, I was flabbergasted, but I was not surprised.
Oh, yeah. Also, T-Pain is like on this tour with him. He came out for one song, maybe 30 seconds of the song, and dipped. It was, where would I have it? On my phone. Me and Chris were like, was that even T-Pain? Like, no one, he didn't say anything. He came out, he did his little part, and then they like left. I was like, what is going on? So good, but like he literally was out for a minute max.
He was like, this is all I get paid for.
He was like, see ya. And then he left.
Like, what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Pitbull had these like girl dancers and they were like so iconic. I like wanted to be them. They were all just like killing it the whole time, dancing and everything, and it was so good. So yeah, it was such a good concert. I loved them.
I'm so glad to hear it.
I know. Which is so crazy. I remember when I got the tickets, I was like, oh, that's so far away in August. Now it's like,
I know.
I already went to my Pitbull concert. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I've been having my dilemma about my Sabrina Carpenter outfit.
You have to wear a little, like, Sabrina outfit that she wears. Her little
I know. And I was
fun
between,
outfit.
I have been looking for her, there's this photo of her. There's multiple photos that I wanted to go off inspo. And one of them was like her little mini skirt. And it was like a baby tee. And it said like, you act like a bitch on it. And I was like, that's so, like, I love that outfit. Let me find that shirt. 'Cause, you know, I figure somebody has made that shirt because she doesn't sell it. And I was like, oh, we haven't made that shirt. So I wanted to go like that, or I wanted to do like a, how she does her little, I forget what they're called. I think they literally are called bloomers. Because, you know, she's very 60s. Yeah. So I got this top and I was like, oh, I can find some like white bloomers to wear with it. But they are so short because they're not supposed to be worn as shorts. And I'm just not comfortable going out like that. So I've been having a really tough time picking out.
I feel like her outfits are hard because she also wears like her like little like sequined outfits, but they're really short. Like she has to wear like the little stuff like underneath it and stuff.
And but like she's performing, so it's like you know, like you're performing, you can wear what you want. I don't really know about like walking around in like these type of outfits.
No, yeah.
But I do think everybody that I did order something, and I'm hoping that it works out. I do think that I found my heirs to her outfit.
Which era did you choose?
Spoiler alert, guys, I chose the Lover era because I feel like You know, my top 5 is literally like, if you look at these vinyls, it's 1989, Midnight's, Torture Poets Department, Folklore, and Lover. And Folklore is one of my favorite albums ever, but I just feel like that's not like my aesthetic, like that. I couldn't figure out an outfit that would like even match my aesthetic, but like Lover is very like colorful, and I'm very colorful. So I found an outfit. I'm very excited because if it all works out, I think it's so cute.
I'm so excited to see it.
I know. I feel like I'm going to be performing during the Lover set.
And it's the first one. I need to start thinking. Yeah, I also saw Tate. I forgot I saw Tate. That was like a blur.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
That was fun. That was a good concert. She's a really good performer. Like when she dances
she is an amazing performer.
Yeah.
I wish you were at the show that Jake Shane was at.
Oh, bruh. The thing is, that's the show I tried to get tickets for. It's the MSG show. Like, Jake Shane was there. Kid Leroy came on stage. They sang together. That was such an iconic show. But, no, it was still good. I loved watching her. Like, just hearing the songs I've been hyper-fixating on in person was so cool.
And she's just so cool. She is cool girl.
The whole time, I'm like, I wish I was her at 21. Like, she is just...
Literally.
Just killing it.
Also, she looks 21, and sometimes I feel like I look like a little boy. You know what I mean? Like, even right now, specifically, I feel like I'm just...
performing on stage... being a pop star. You can do that.
I know.
Get in pop star gear.
Let me just be a pop star real quick.
Wait, before we go, guys. Last night, was that yesterday? Harry Styles was spotted at the Nile concert, and I just feel like the world is healing because of it.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Harry's in his healing era.
Yeah, he needs to heal before he comes back out with music and a tour. But him just like dancing and singing along, and he was recording Stockholm Syndrome like with his phone. It actually was like unwell watching the videos
fact that
rolling.
He's recording it is actually
doesn't that actually like make you want to cry?
It gives me the same vibe as like when you posted that Chris was recording the concert. Like, it gives me that same vibe.
I wish you guys saw him at Pitbull. Oh my god, I love seeing Chris at concerts. I need to go to more with him. It is just so wholesome. Like, I don't really know. Like, he also like hurt his jaw, so like he couldn't really sing because it starts to hurt. And I was like, it was just so cute. I can't.
But he's just like.
And one thing about Chris, I think we've talked about it, he loves Spanish music. And obviously Pitbull will start talking about like Spanish clubs he's talking about. I think his family's from Cuba or something. So like he was just like talking about it, like speaking in Spanish. He was like showing us like Spanish words and stuff. And sometimes he'll like say a sentence in Spanish, whatever. And then the DJ guy would play some Spanish music, or like he started playing like Gasolina, like whatever. Chris loves Spanish music. So it was like his vibe and his spot. And I was like, this is the perfect concert for you. Not only is it Pitbull, but like you have like Spanish music to dance to. I don't know why he's just obsessed. It was so cute.
Well, that was another episode of Bookmarked with Sarah and Des. We hope you guys enjoyed. As always, make sure you are keeping up on all of our socials. We're always being pretty active for episodes over on there, so make sure you're following over on the Instagram. Everything's always linked anywhere you can get and see podcasts. Actually, that's not true. Just Apple and Spotify and YouTube. But we hope you guys enjoyed nevertheless.
Thank you.
And we'll be here next Thursday if you guys are here too.
Hopefully we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.